Welcome to another episode, Day in a Life. We're in this epidemic right now. It's your boy Skelz. Bonnet Man, go ahead and say something.
What's going on, guys? Bonnet Man in the building, checking in here with my boy Skelz. Go ahead, Skelz, take it away. Introduce our guests.
And like we have a few episodes now, we're just interviewing people that's out there living their life, the first responders, cops, firefighters. And today we have a nurse, Miss Jade Ball, coming from Florida. How you doing, madam?
Hi, I'm good.
How's it going?
All right, so starting off, how's everything in Florida right now?
It's actually really beautiful. Oh, you mean like the pandemic or like the weather?
Just everything as a whole. How's everything?
It's all right. We're not really locked down yet or anything. They're like really being like really laissez-faire. There's no like consequences for anything right now. But I don't know. It's all right.
It's all right.
I guess. People aren't working. That's a big thing. Y'all working? Bonnet Man, are you also a teacher?
No, I actually drive the train in New York, and I can work, but because of some personal reasons, I'm choosing not to. You know, I don't want to. It's not about me. I have other family members I live with that I also have to worry about. So
Yeah.
I want to go to work and then bring something home, and then I'm good, but my family member isn't. So, but like for you, like, has your hours increased? Because I know a lot of nurses they're putting them up more. Has your hours increased since you've started? This thing has started?
It has and it hasn't, because I'm pregnant. What am I, like 8 months pregnant now?
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
And I have a 2-year-old. Gee, thanks. And I have a 2-year-old. So they tried it, but I was like, nah. Like, as a matter of fact, I think the last time I worked was last week. I think I'm going to stop because I'm actually on quarantine right now because I got exposed last week. And I took the test, so I'm waiting on the results. But I think I'm going to just sit myself down after this. That was a close call. I don't think I was affected because I had the proper protocol and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But, for safety and stuff, they still have to follow the proper procedure.
Right.
I think this scare was like, you know what, Jade? I think we're going to take a break.
Oh, wow.
So how do you feel? How do you feel right now? Like, are you good? Any symptoms?
Well, my throat hurt. No, I'm just playing. No, I'm fine. I'm completely fine. My family's fine. My daughter's fine. No fevers, no sore throat. So I think we're going to be okay. But you never know, because this guy, the patient, he had no symptoms, But I still he was an elderly gentleman. I still, protected myself. So that's how come I feel like I'm going to be okay. But at the same time, he didn't have any symptoms. It just so happens that somebody saw him cough once in his room and they were like, oh, we should test him. And he turned up positive.
And now that you mentioned that, being that you're working with a lot of different people, mm-hmm. do you guys have like set shifts, like you work with like 4 people all the time, or do you guys rotate?
No, it depends. You can choose. I'm part-time there, so I don't have like the set shift, but some people do have like, it'll be like this area is there. So whatever patient goes in that room, that's theirs. When they leave, another set comes or whatever. But me, I just, la la la. I'm a free spirit. I don't like to be held down like that. I like change. So I jump around and I'll go to the different floors, different sections, which could be good and bad. In this case, it was bad, but
yes,
whatever.
Mm. So I know you said you're going to take it easy for a while now, but I was asking you before you started, taking it easy as an expectant nurse. What was the biggest change in your daily routine from, when it was normal to when it started getting a little hectic?
The biggest change in my routine, I guess having to put on all that gear, because it's suffocating. That's suffocating in itself. And then, I can't breathe on a regular because the baby. So that was stressful for me. And then having to still perform my daily duties. And there's a lot of checking now. Like you drive up and they check you at the gate. They check you before you get, they have to check your temperature every time you walk through the building. Now they're making us, before we couldn't wear masks, now they're making us wear masks. So it gets scary. Like it gets really real. Like, when you're not in the situation, it's easy to say, oh, COVID, it's fake or, whatever. But when now you're going to work and they're asking you all these things and it gets really real, it could be scary.
Oh,
so
wow.
That was kind of really scary. They still every day, I've been like, I was here yesterday, where you think I went? They ask the same questions and they're not playing.
It almost sounds like you're describing, remember I Am Legend, the movie, when they had to scan everybody's eyes, like, me see you coming, go ahead.
Yeah.
See you. Like, it's just, we joking about this, but if you really sit down and really think about it, it's just like, I'm a kind of person I always believe in whatever you see in movies, it might happen in the future. And when you really sit down and think about it, it's like, like things are, gearing towards that. They want to make sure, hey, only the people that don't have it come through, So
yeah,
that's funny you said that. It's just crazy.
Really, yeah, you mentioned work, everything. So what's the atmosphere like? You said it's crazy how much they're doing. Like, what is it like as a whole?
Tensions are high, as staff workers. People don't really want to come, especially they have little kids. So sometimes you could be short of staff and then you end up working. Like my friend, she works in, like, I work in a rehab hospital. She works in the hospital. She will be pulling 14-hour shifts because it's like you can't just leave. Like, oh, it's 5 o'clock or 7 o'clock, I'm out. You have to wait till somebody comes to relieve you. You can't just leave the patients. Who's going to take the patients? So it's a lot. It's tiring. And then when you're tired like that, your immune system goes down. So, we're really under a lot of stress. Right here, Jenna? You have to do this here?
That's a little one?
Yeah.
So shifting to from work a little bit, because I could tell it's a lot. And being home now with your little one, like what precautions did you take before you got the scare, being with your daughter and with your husband and everything? Well, hello, little one.
I'm in her room. It's kind of the same precautions because germs is germs. I'm always around. You never know who you encounter. So I would always take, you get through the door, you take all my uniform off, everything, run straight to the bathroom. She want to come hug. No, mommy dirty. You got to run to the bathroom, shower, don't turn off the light. Run to the bathroom, shower, clean up, and then I would come, spend some time with her. So those precautions are the same. The only thing that I did a little different now that I realized, maybe I got exposed, was I would wear my mask, for a little bit. I wore it for a little bit, and then I was like, this is stupid. I don't think I'm exposed, and if I was, Jenna, cut it out. If I was exposed, she probably would have already had it. So
that's scary.
It is.
So, like, do you have any concerns personally for like you having a boy or girl?
A boy.
Oh, congratulations! Are you excited for the boy?
A little.
Yeah, excited for your king to finally enter. But anyways, do you have we'll wrap up with this. Do you have any concerns about being pregnant in this time? Is it scary? Because obviously you say you're 8 months, so you're due close to next month and a half possibly, and it's a possibility that it still could be going on. So like that means you're going to have to go in the hospital and deliver. Do you have any scare or concerns about that? Like, do you think about that sometimes? When you're just like, oh, this could happen.
Of course, I think about that's my biggest thing right now. The future. I don't know how long this is gonna last. I don't know the plan for the future. I don't know if I even want to go back to nursing. I'm looking at maybe working from home nursing because it is scary. I got little kids. I don't want to be bringing home all these germs to them. or maybe not working. I wish I had that luxury. So. I don't know, man. I do worry about that all the time. Right now, I just don't know, honestly.
And that's what's hitting everyone right now. But on behalf of Skelz, Bonnet Man, thank you for coming out. Please be safe, stay quarantined, and again, stay safe. And again, thank you for coming out. Tell Sam I said what up.
I will. Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right. Thank you again.
No
A day in the
problem.
life.
Bye.
Say bye, Jen. Bye, Sam. Oh, Lord.
All right, have a good one. Well, you heard it here first, guys, coming from the nurse's mouth. We also have to pray for them because, you know, things are getting tough, and bringing a child into the situation sounds like it's going to be tough. It just reminds me of Walking Dead, you know, when I think her name was Sarah, she gave birth and Carl had to, you know, take care of his mom. But anyways, guys, that's it for today. Make sure you subscribe, whichever. Just keep, you know, we're going to keep content. If people have a story to tell, we can have a story to share. So thanks for coming out, and stay tuned for the next video. Peace.
Day in the life.